beautiful people of my online world. I hope you guys are doing well and you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy Thursday to everybody. I hope you're having an amazing week. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Lise Perez and I'm your Master Embodiment Coach and author. And I'm so happy that you can be a part of my world today and that you are a part of my world. So, as you guys are popping on, please feel free to say hello so that I know that you're here. If this is your first time watching me live, or that this is your first time watching my videos, then please let me know that this is your first time watching so I can welcome you into my online world. And if this is not your first time watching, oh, and by the way, please let me know if this is your first time, if this, where you're watching from, so that I can, get excited about all that and stuff. So if this is not your first time watching, then please let me know as well. Let me know that you're a regular. Let me know that you've watched my videos before. And even if it's on the replay version, that's okay. But let me know that this is not your first time watching, and I can welcome you back to my channel. I can welcome you back to my world. If you are watching this on replay, hashtag Lisa's Live, of course, and hashtag replay if you wish as well. And so that I know that you're watching on the not so live version, and I can welcome you back as well. So either way, I'm just so grateful that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're watching me today and that you're joining me in this conversation. What I wanted to essentially talk to you about is gratitude, of course. We as humans, we should always be grateful no matter what. There are certain times in our life where we tend to be even more grateful than other times, but in all reality, we should be grateful every single day of our lives, every single minute of our lives, right? Every single second, anything that we do, we should always be grateful, because you never know what can happen in life, right? The universe, as I shared the other day, can throw so many different curveballs to us. And most of the times we're not ready for them. But if we are grateful for everything, for what we have and what we don't have, right? First and foremost, if you're grateful for what you have now, right? That's makes life even more worthwhile, right? And you're not stressing about what you don't have. You're not stressing about any of that. You're like, you know what? I'm so grateful for every single thing. I'm so grateful for what's going on and all the things. Yes, exactly, Lisette, hello, beautiful, hi. All of gratitude, exactly. So, yesterday, my mom shared, this is hurricane season in Cabo, and in our area, and it's just, it's so crazy. Yesterday was only Category 1, and we had a flood in our, well, not even a flood. We had water seeping through our the rain and the storm and the wind was pretty friggin' strong, and so the walls were kind of cracked, and we were up until kind of wee hours of the morning. Every few minutes, every 10-15 minutes, we would be mopping up water and grabbing old towels and mopping up water, right? So it doesn't seep through all the time. And it was in our kitchen, it was in our dining room, it was in one of my girls' rooms, right? And it's just so crazy, because the house, of course, is pretty strong. Like, we're living in a decent neighborhood, but because of the amount of the storm, the strength of the storm, the strength of the rain and whatnot, like, it was hitting pretty hard. As I said, it was only Category 1. And it was through, the night. We lost electricity for since 7 p.m. We just got it back today, at around 1 p.m. or so. Electricity, internet, Wi-Fi, you name it. And so, but, and the walls were just so crazy that they cracked. The wind or the storm just cracked the walls. And that's why I wanted to speak about gratitude today, because I know it's always a conversation that is being had, right? I know it's always like that. But, when people say gratitude is attitude, well, that's really what it is. Like, we experienced it yesterday. We're grateful to have to have a strong home. We're grateful that nothing else happened. We had a mattress. You guys seriously should have seen it. We had the mattress against the wall or against the door because the wind was so strong that we were afraid that the door was going to swing open because it was glass, right? Or that was going to break. We have tape on the windows, and because that's just what happens. It's hurricane season. We have to get prepared. And as I said, it was category 1. It actually was supposed to be category 4, but dissipated, and ended up being category 1. And so that happened in category 1. Who knows what could have happened in grade 4 or in category 4, right? Or even anything above. It was pretty strong. And so gratitude is just, it's such a topic, a taboo topic that a lot of people tend to neglect, and a lot of people tend to lack appreciation in this aspect. Why? Because we're so blessed, and a lot of us, in Canada and US and stuff, many people tend to be very entitled in such a way that we have a storm or we have whatever, it's rain, and we always say that, right? It's nothing kind of happened, and we barely lose electricity. Sometimes we do, right? And then so yesterday we lost electricity, we lost Wi-Fi, we lost it all. Like we had to light candles. Like it was just so crazy. Thanks Sabrina. I'm so happy that you're here as well. Hello, Jeff. And so it was just so nuts. And so a lot of people a couple days ago were being ushered to shelters by bus, because some of the people don't have, like, some of the people here live in like cardboard houses and stuff, from what my husband was saying, and not very sturdy houses, so they had to kind of release them, or usher them into more stronger shelters, right? Because their house could be just blown away. And so there's things like this that we should always be grateful for, every single thing that we do, every single thing that we have, right? And as I said, it tends to be a huge, like such a cliche topic, because you don't think about it unless you're put in the situation. You're like, everything's fine, it's all good. But when we're like mopping the floors every 10-15 minutes, and we're laughing now, but yesterday we weren't too happy, because every 10-15 minutes we had to, because we were just receiving puddles and puddles of water just seeping through the walls, right? And our backyard was flooded, and the streets were flooded, and the cleanup crew is today, and so we're like, thank God we have a shelter, thank God, or like a strong house, thank God we didn't have electricity, but we were able to have candles. We were here together, thank God that we had sturdy windows, that nothing happened. Who knows about the rest of Cabo, and it was Hurricane Genevieve yesterday, and there's so many of these different things that we're like, even thank God for the mop that we had, and the old towels that we had, so we can mop up everything, we can clean up everything, and we're just here as a family. Right? We're just here, like, with our pets, and with my girls and my husband and I, and so like all of that is just something to be grateful for. And as I said, a lot of people, there's the saying goes, right? Gratitude is attitude. It all starts in the mind, right? Gratitude is always in the mind. You only have $100 in your bank account. Well, you be freaking grateful for that $100, right? I spoke before that we're like. That we're grateful for even $80 in the bank. We're grateful for the dollar in the bank, because every single thing that we have, we should be grateful for. I've shared this in a written post, but some of you guys know that we filed for bankruptcy in order to really better our lives. We're even grateful for the firm that has helped us through this mess. We are grateful for the trustees that helped us through, that was able to make the decision an easy one, right? Like peace of mind. We're just so grateful for them to be able, they're based in Calgary, and we're so grateful for them to be able to help us remotely while we're here, right? So every single thing we're grateful for, and we're so grateful. And so, as I said, like a lot, gratitude tends to be a taboo topic for a lot of people because we have everything so easy and such on a silver platter sometimes that we don't think about, oh yeah, we need to get candles or whatever for the next hurricane, or the stores can be destroyed, or like our houses will never flood, right? And I've said that before. I mean, living in a first world country and then transferring to a third world country, like it brings a lot of things into perspective. It brings so many things into perspective that we're getting PO'd. We're getting PO'd because we have crappy internet, right? Moving to this house, right? We moved here a few days ago, almost a week now, and we're getting PO'd because we have crappy internet. But we should be grateful for the internet that we do have, because most people in Cabo don't have that, right? They don't have that luxury. And every single time my daughters get PO'd about it, or they get stressed or annoyed because of it, I said, you know what? I said first world problems, because that's what it is. It's first world problem. Not having a great internet. It's hard to do work being in the marketing industry, of course. Of course it's hard, but I mean, we're going to have to learn to deal with it, right? As I spoke before, you're unable to change this, the external circumstance, but you can change how you react to it. And this was a sure thing yesterday that was very, very clear, that we're unable to, determine when a hurricane is going to happen. The government kind of can determine that in some way, but a lot of things, I mean, these type of things cannot be determined. But it's how you react to them that makes a world of difference, right? Our landlord was like, oh, I'm sorry, my husband's showing him pictures, and he's like, I'm sorry that she had to go through it. And I told him, I said, he doesn't need to be sorry because it wasn't his fault. It was, Hurricane Genevieve that did the damage to the walls and stuff. We can just be grateful that we have an awesome landlord, and that we have a shelter such as this to be able to protect ourselves, and we have warmth. And yesterday was pretty sweating, right? Things could have been worse. We could have been sent to shelters. We could have not been together. Like, there's just so many things that could happen. And so I encourage you guys to just even express more gratitude for everything. What are you guys grateful for? Because so many, I've asked this question before, and it was kind of flabbergasting sometimes because a couple of people told me, I don't know what I'm grateful for. And I said, really? I said, you don't know what you're grateful for? Like, how about being grateful for life, being grateful for being able to breathe, being grateful for working on your purpose every single day, like, having another day of life, spending time with your family and loved ones. And they're like, oh, well, there's that, right? Because it's so like, it's just so such a cliche, right? Because so many, like, I swear to you, like, I've had a couple people that are like, I don't know what I'm grateful for. And we're like, okay, well, how about this? Oh, I guess I said that, right? Something easy. God's grace, exactly. That, such an important topic. And I trust and I pray, Dave, that Brittany is able to, she's heading to Norvavert, and I pray that things are successful there. I pray that God protects her all the time. I pray that God protects you guys, you and your family, and her and her mom as she travels down there and spends the next few days over there. So let me know how it goes. Keep me updated, please. That would be so awesome, right? And so I'm alive today to minister and witness on behalf of my Lord and Savior. Yeah, I mean, it's such an important topic. It's such a powerful thing, this gratitude. I don't want to just say now because we went through Hurricane Genevieve, right? It was just because we went to Category 1. I don't want to say, oh yeah, now I'm grateful. No, we've been grateful for every single thing in our lives all the time, right? We were grateful that God came through like the second that we needed to pay for the rent, the day that we needed to pay for the rent. God came through and provided us with the funds to pay the rent, right? Beginning of the month. We're grateful that God was able to bring us into this house. We're grateful for the internet that we have, for the dining table, for being able to spend here together in unity and togetherness, right? Such powerful concepts that we tend to take it for granted a lot. Like, you guys agree with me? Like, so many people tend to take it for granted. I know I did many times. I've taken a lot of things for granted. A lot of things, you know, that we should be appreciating, like the simplest things, right? And when we were at our other house, we have the view, and I told my husband, I was bugging him, and I said, you know, you're always bugging about the birds, and he's like, you know, being grateful for the birds, being grateful for nature. And it's true, right? Just appreciating every single thing that God has to offer you in this life. Because life is so short. It really is. Life is so short to be worried about every single thing that happens in our lives, or every single thing that doesn't happen in our lives. Because so often, and I know for myself, I was always worried about and speculating things in the future that hasn't even, of course, they're the future, right? They haven't even happened yet, but I was just so worried about them already. I was building this reality in my mind about it, and I was like, no, you know, present moment is so powerful. Like, living in the present moment is so powerful, because yes, we have our future, we have all the things to go, you know, to figure out, and we have all of that to, you know, look into. But yeah, that's awesome. But the present moment is where it really, really counts, is where your future counts. Because when you can focus on the present moment and you can be grateful for what life has to offer you right here, right now, not later, not down the road, right here, right now, then life becomes such a powerful concept for us. And the universe, God brings us such powerful, powerful concepts, right? Powerful entities that we can be grateful for in this present moment, right here, right now. As I said, I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about the day. Like, God's word actually in the Bible says, don't worry about tomorrow, because you have enough to worry about today. And I spoke about this before, and forgive me, I can't remember the exact Bible verse right now, but that was one of the ones that I've always remembered, right? Because it's like, we have so much to worry about today. We have so many things to be grateful for in this present moment, to worry about the next day, to worry about tomorrow, to worry about things to come. But focusing on the present moment, being grateful for what we have now, not for what we don't have, what we have now, becomes so undeniably powerful. And that's truly what makes us unstoppable, my friends, right? Yes, exactly. And I thank God for you, for friends like you too. That's so awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Dave. I appreciate you guys so much. And so, you know, and it becomes such a, you learn to appreciate things more, honestly. You learn to appreciate so much more in your life. So much more. Being able to wait, you know, we didn't get much sleep yesterday, but being able to wake up today and be like, Hurricane Genevieve, like, surpassed. Like, there's the cleaning crew, the stores were able to be open, right? And the beach is such a mess. Like, there's so many things going on. We were in the eye of the storm yesterday at around 5 p.m. and all the damage that it brought. And as I said, it was only category 1. Imagine what it could have been the other, like, right? And we don't know. But all we can do is just focus on the present moment. All we can do is just, you know, focus our eyes on Christ, as Dave says. Focus on what we're doing now, right? Focus on our purpose. Focus on our calling. Focus on the gifts that we have. I shared a quote that I created myself, and I shared it today. And I said, and I'll read it to you here. I'm using hubby's phone, because, you know, the internet's not that great. But I wrote, the light that illuminates from within is the light you need to illuminate the world. It's a gift, so don't waste it, right? Because our stories have such gratitude in them that if we don't focus on the gratitude within them, we take advantage of our stories. We take advantage of what we're doing in this life. We take advantage of the people around us. You know, rather than be grateful for them, we take advantage of it. And so, because we have such power, the light within us is so strong and it shines so brightly that we tend to forget about it, as cliche as that sounds. Because God gives us this light, and it shines always within. It always shines within. But we all tend to forget. All tend to go through life, going to do, the things that we are doing, and we tend to, a lot of the times, by human nature, we tend to work on our own accord, right? We don't really focus on our faith. A lot of people don't really focus on our faith. We just focus on what we can do, what our own strength is capable of doing. But if we focus on the light within us, and we focus on the gratitude that we have, and knowing that the light within us is God's light shining through us, then we use that to illuminate the world. And it's such a gift to have that much gratitude, to have constant gratitude. It's such an incredible gift to have constant gratitude. Being able to do something like that, being able to have that type of gift to share with the world, right? To share, to illuminate the world with. And it becomes such a powerful being, such a powerful concept within us that we do. I've taken advantage of it for so often that I was like, I don't have gifts, like I don't have nothing to share. But in all reality, we have such a gift that we really should be grateful for. Even if it's a gift of breathing, you still have a gift of life. And there's nothing like the present. Literally, there's nothing like the present to really be grateful for this life that we have. No matter what you're going through, right? That's why I shared in my caption. No matter what you're going through, we have the gift of life. And it doesn't matter how many curveballs that the universe throws at us. It doesn't matter the situations that we are put through, such as my family and I being put through Hurricane Genevieve yesterday. Our walls cracking. Even though the walls were cracking, and even though the water was just seeping through, and we had to clean it up every few moments, we were just so grateful that we had a shelter to be able to stay in. That something worse than didn't happen, right? But it's the littlest things. It's the littlest things that we tend to be grateful. We tend to take advantage of. We really do. We tend to take advantage of that gratitude, the simplest, the most littlest things, right? I even read a book that even talks about this, and they said, it goes, even thank the grocery store company, thanks to grocery stores, because they're able to provide food. They're able to provide a facility for you to nourish yourselves, to purchase food for you to nourish yourself. You thank the internet companies because they're able to give you connection to the outside world, right, to your external world. You thank the telephone company because they're providing you a service. You thank the electricity company because you have light. Your house has light. You thank the people that built this house because they built the foundation, they built the ground up, and they gave you a shelter, right? And so often we forget about that. Oh, it's just internet, guys. It's just we have a house to live in, and we pay a rent, we pay our mortgage, and that's as far as it goes. But no, someone built this house with their bare hands. Someone put the walls up, someone put the foundation, someone put the floors, someone did it. And they used their gift, they used the gift that God gave them to actually be able to do this. So shouldn't we be grateful for that? And I know it's cliche, and some people might be like, oh yeah, whatever. But it's true. I've learned so much about that. And actually since I've been here, having some time during COVID really changes a person because you start to really focus on your personal development, and that's what I've been doing. And so I started being like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm grateful for this. Right? Before we moved into this house, I told my husband, I said, we need to give our security guys something. Even if it's a tip or whatever, we need to give them something because we had people in our other complex that were security guys, and we're like, they're security for a reason. It's 24/7 security. They deserve something. They deserve our gratitude, right? And we thank the electricity guys because to some people it's just light. Some people it's just like, okay, well, we can turn on the lights and that's awesome, but to some other people, they don't have that luxury, because light, electricity is really, truly a luxury for a lot of people, for a lot of countries. So just expressing your gratitude in that, helps so much, right? And I know the facilities of the grocery store is like, like whatever, like as if, but in all reality, it's true, because how can you not be grateful for the opportunity that you're able to purchase your food, right? The ones that give you nourishment, the ones that fuel your body, the ones that focus on the physiology of things. Like, isn't that something to be grateful for, right? You help me remember how blessed I am and how insignificant I am. Christ is all that matters, and being a witness for him. I love that comment so much. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate you so much. And, I'm just speaking from my heart here, and I feel it needs to be said. I've spoken a lot about gratitude in my life, on my lives, and a lot about gratitude. And this one, even going through Katrina yesterday, Genevieve yesterday was like, puts a lot of things into perspective, because we didn't have electricity since like 7 p.m. and it's turned back on around 1 p.m. today. And so we had our candles around, and which made it extremely tricky to mop the floors and to clean up everything, because the candles, right? It doesn't give much light. But we were grateful for that light, to be able to have that, right? Instead of having to be able to do everything in the dark and stumble around, right? And it's, gratitude is such a powerful thing, and it really is. Gratitude is attitude. It really is. Gratitude is attitude, because it's all in your mindset, my friends. It's all based on your heart. Being able to be grateful for every single thing that you have in your heart makes life so worthwhile. And if you are not able to find something that you're grateful for, I encourage you. You don't have to look that far. Look around. You probably have a family member sitting beside you. You're probably listening to this live, so you have ears. You're able to converse with me, so you have a voice to speak your message, to speak what you want to say. You have eyes to be able to view this message. Like, there's so many different things that you can be grateful for. Look around, like, you're wearing clothes. You're standing on the floor that you're standing on, or you're sitting on the chairs that you're sitting on, right? And it's just those things. My wife will be in November in less than 18 hours. Holy crow, like, is it a long flight? Like, it's not direct, I'm assuming? We were actually supposed to be heading to Canada at the beginning of the month temporarily, or beginning of September temporarily, but we had to get we got our flights canceled. But in less than 18 hours, your wife will be in Nova Varta. That's crazy. But yeah, so gratitude is an action. And Dave's wife is going to Nova Varta. And so, I pray for her plane. I pray for them to arrive safely. I pray for her to get to the destination safely. I pray for the surgery and things that she's going through, that it's a success, right? And such a powerful house couple, if you guys don't know Dave and Brittany. And it's, it's such a, there's so many things to be grateful for, you guys. Like, it's insane. It's just so crazy how many things we can be grateful for. Wow. Oh, wow. Calgary to Chicago to Houston to Mexico. That's nuts. I pray for their safe flight and their safe flight back. But yeah, it's just, it's so crazy. It's so crazy how much we can be grateful for. That for anybody that tells me that they don't know what to be grateful for, I encourage them to just look around or look within themselves. Because they're going to find something. And if they don't, they need to do a little bit more soul searching. But, that's kind of, that's what I want to talk to you guys about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, thank you for watching with me. Thank you for sharing with me what you guys are grateful for. I appreciate it so much. Even pop in the comments, let me know what you guys are grateful for as well. That would be so awesome. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week, and that you go into the weekend strong, determined, and unstoppable. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. God bless you richly. Stay empowered, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.